a couple weeks, maybe like 2 episodes ago, I think I spoke about no contact parents. I talked about Monique and the comedian Monique and her eldest son and how they had an estranged relationship and her son had gone no contact with her. And I talked about how their relationship is part of a larger trend of Gen X parents and boomer parents whose adult children have gone non-contact or low contact with them. And I talked about it and I posted some of those clips on the interwebs. And baby, them posts popped the hell off because a lot of people, especially adult children of boomers and Gen Xers, resonated. A lot. I mean, I had so many people come in the comments. I posted this on my No Niche Zone podcast page on TikTok at No Niche Zone Pod. Make sure you follow. And it is now my highest video. It has it's almost at 900,000 views right now. And it's partly because people really resonated with it. And so I got a shit ton of comments, y'all. Thousands of comments on these posts. And as I'm sure you can imagine, all of the Gen X and boomer parents whose kids have gone non-contact crawled out of their hovels to get into the comments and complain and literally do exactly what I was talking about Millennial and Gen Z children are upset about, like literally proving the point. I got so many gaslighting comments and deflecting comments from these parents. And one of the most popular ones was, sorry that I'm not perfect. Well, you're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. I got that comment so many goddamn times. And I wanted to address some of these comments and some of the commentary that happened in these posts. First and foremost, telling people that you're not perfect when they call you out on bad behavior is gaslighting. Y'all, it is gaslighting. When somebody calls you out on your behavior and you tell them that you're not perfect or nobody's perfect or they're not perfect, you are deflecting and avoiding taking responsibility for your actions. That's number one. And number two, you are flipping the script and trying to turn yourself into the victim. You are trying to say that, you know what? The issue here is not my behavior. It's not me. It's not the things that I'm doing that I could easily freaking change because it's literally behavior. No. The issue is that you are a perfectionist. You have unreasonable demands, unreasonably, irrationally high expectations. It's not me, it's you. You're the problem. That's gaslighting and deflection, y'all. So if you have parents that do that, check them and let them know. They're gaslighting you. Nobody's asking for perfection. We're asking for accountability. There's a difference. Another comment I got a lot, you don't know what I've been through. You don't know what we've been through. Actually, we do, yo. We do know what you've been through because you've told us. We do know that you guys had hard lives, but that doesn't excuse bad behavior. Because what are you saying? Are you saying that if somebody's had a bad life, they can go around and treat people like shit and it's totally fine because it's fair? I had a bad life. You don't know what I've been through. So I was allowed to abuse you and treat you poorly as a child growing up. Of course, I had a bad life. I had a tough life. I got so many of those comments from boomer and Gen X parents. And let me tell you, y'all, the vitriol. I can't tell you how many F-bombs got dropped in my comments from these boomer and Gen X parents. Now, let me tell you something. I have 125,000 followers on TikTok. My at Pris the Goddess, by the way, follow me. On my podcast page, I have 10,000 followers. So I have read through thousands and thousands and thousands of comments. since I started content creating. And I have never had one comment, not one fuck you in my comments, not one. And I'm telling you, I do all kinds of content. When I do my feminist content, I'm telling you, all of the angry boys get in the comments and they be coming for me. They drag me, they disrespect me, they come for me, but they've never dropped an F-bomb. Not once out of thousands of comments. And I got not one, not two, multiple comments from boomer and Gen X parents straight up telling me, fuck you. That comment, you don't know what we've been through. It was, it started with F you. You don't know what we've been through. I was shocked. I was taken aback. And I gotta say, like, Gen X parents and boomer parents, especially boomers, y'all motherfuckers are mean. Y'all are really mean. Not only were y'all dropping F-bombs, but you were insulting my character. I was like, wow. And I'm telling you, I'm used to fielding mean comments. So I'm like, you know, pretty immune to it. And I was really shocked. And I gotta say, it kind of like triggered a little something in me because it reminded me of my childhood. And it reminded me, you know, I have boomer parents. And, you know, I grew up in a boomer world. Everybody were boomers. Our parents were boomers. Our teachers were boomers. Our coaches were boomers. All of the authority figures, you know, running our lives were boomers. So, you know, I forgot what it was like to be the target of them. They are fucking mean. And it reminded me of being a child and how much like abuse we endured as children from these people, not just our parents, but also all of the authority figures. They talk crazy, yo. I mean, you know, how many of us as kids made simple, normal, everyday children mistakes, spilled the milk, and it turned into like your parents screaming and yelling in your face. Some people even got beatings behind shit like that for normal childhood stuff. Like, children make mistakes. I'm sorry that my fine motor skills haven't developed well enough for me not to be making mistakes like this. And it would be like, not just like yelling, but screaming in your face. That was all of elementary and high school and middle school. Teachers screaming in your face. I mean, it's wild how much abuse, how much verbal, emotional, mental abuse, and physical abuse and other types of abuse that we had to deal with at the hands of these boomers. And it was such a I got transported back when I'm reading through these comments and I'm like, damn, these people just come for you. And it's wild. And that manifests in how they parent and why their adult children don't want nothing to do with them anymore. You're in my comments doing the very same thing that I'm sure your adult children have told you is the reason why they don't fuck with you. And here's the thing, boomer and Gen X parents, the number one thing that is preventing you from reconciling with your estranged child is your goddamn pride. Period. It's your pride and it's your ego that is stopping you from reconciling with your low and no contact adult children.